Is it recording on? Yeah, it is. Hey, Elden Ring. Elden Ring Invasions. Is this visible? Can somebody see the thing? The screen? Seems right. I didn't even touch this person. God damn it. Oh, so I think I want to fight Trisan now for the runes. Oh, yeah, I always do that on all my playthroughs. So here goes the Trisan now. is my 70th playthrough. The Tree Sentinel has become way easier when you have beat him like over 300 times. Through all my 70 playthrough, I've killed 300 Tree Sentinels and 501, about like 500 something. I think it's like, I calculate, it's like about 501 Knights Cavalry, like 300 Tree Sentinels. So this will be my, how much? About around 300 Knights Calv 200. No, it's 500. Oops. God damn it. There goes Tree Sentinel. God, it's Kai. Crafting kit. I've played through this game 70 times, but it never gets old. Different builds varies from different builds different times. Straight swords, curved swords, great swords, all those different types, balls, spiked balls, colossal swords. I've beat the game 70 times, no, 70 times, and I have done 24 chapters. Blade, blade, it's not a weapon, it's just a knife. You need the bloody weapon, the black weapon, or whatever it's called. That has blood affinity, and for PvP, usually blood affinity is really good. Vagabond is the starting class of choice. Like for me, you can also start with Samurai. Just the optimal setup is maybe like, it's like if you try and do high level, you can go like 60 vigor, like 30 some endurance, 54 strength, 55 dex, and like 60 arcane. Just ignore the other stats. Maybe some faith for buffs, but not really. You don't need really that much. For low level, about like, you still want 60 arcane, but like it's the 60 vigor is optional. If you like 40 vigor is fine. And in low level, in very low level, around like, no, I always say like below, I guess level 75, 75. You can use Relic and Sorcio. But in high level PvP, everything in this game literally like almost does half of your health bar, so it's not worth it to equip Relic and Sorcio at like high level. But at low level, the 20 levels is worth the 15% more damage taken. And whenever you do not use Radigan's Scar Seals. The Scar Seal is trash. It only gives 12 levels, and you take 10% more damage. So just use Sorcio at the fort. You don't need to kill the ancient heroes anymore. So that's why I like Sorcio more, because Scar Seal is, it requires a Stone Sword key, it requires to fight a boss, and boosts less levels, even though almost takes the exact same damage. And around that level, around high level, you're probably already around the soft cap. But at low level, at low level, every stat is low. So you don't need to worry about the soft cap. And one tip is that if you're trying to focus on the stat, don't try to level up above 80. Above 80, the soft cap goes really hard, and the stat barely puts any damage into your weapon or does anything. So for example, on my first playthrough, I always like to get 99 vigor. On my first playthrough, I was like level 378, and I had 99 vigor, 99 intelligence, 99 faith, and like somewhat a lot of strength and like other stats and like endurance. I learned my mistake. Having 99 of different level is just a waste because like the soft cap is so much that like it's not worth the levels anymore. Just like level, for example, if you have like 80 dex or 80 strength, you can maybe level up vigor, like put your rest to level up vigor, maybe level up vigor to 80 and then level your other stats, maybe other equipment. So that's my advice. Maybe just don't go over level 80 something. Maybe quality builds, 80-80. That's quality builds are usually the one that does the most damage, but most builds maybe 80 of the same stat. Cause okay, so usually I think the game recommends you to beat the game at level 150. I usually beat the game like below level 100 because I don't really farm enemies. I feel like I'm already very comfortable with this game. Like I could do I could do most boss hitless, but sometimes I just like to chill and just like not take Elden Ring seriously. It's my first Souls game, and it's also the easiest one. Some people are really struggling with Elden Ring, um, and like I think I, like in my opinion, to beat the first, like to go through your playthrough the first time, it's much easier if you just use like the mimic tier or something. But I don't do that right now. I don't use any summons actually. I don't even talk to Ronnie, nor get the summoning bell at the round table. And I always take the same route except for like maybe get some unique weapons of that run. Like what should I use for that run? Uh, Usually it's some like I really like great swords because great swords have a nice moveset, and plus, um, I just think great swords look neat. Like big old sword. Look at this tiny one. So first step is I think I'll go to Castle Morn. Castle Morn has the plus a. Okay, so halberds are really good in PvP, like in invasions or like dueling in the arena. You can also use the challenger's lick pin or lich pin whenever. It's I think it's a part of a quest. Maybe it's a mod, but I'm not sure. And usually halberds, their running attack is really good in PvP. And I would recommend, like you can have a hand axe in the off game, but I recommend thrusting swords. I feel like they're the most effective because they only have 14 frames of startup. I think that's very good in PvP. And one fact that PvP usually you want piercing damage because one fact is that in PvP, no, not in PvP. Actually, in the base game in general, there is a fact that well many people know it. Some doesn't, but there's a fact that piercing damage does counter damage. So, for example, if you interrupt an enemy's action, uh, when you like and you pierce them you do piercing damage to them when you interrupt their action. That does bonus damage. There's also a spear talisman. There's also a talisman, the spear talisman. It's really good because it increases the thrusting damage, the piercing damage or thrusting damage like increase the potency of the counters. And usually, in PvP, I there's one talisman that I really like through like every single level. If you want to, you can wear heavy armor for it, but I like having over 90. Like I like having like 85 to like 90, like to like how much do you want as poise, because you need 88 poise um to a certain. So okay, so there's a feature in this game that many feature has hyper armor. Hyper armor is when an enemy tries to hit you, but the attack doesn't succeed to stagger you. You continue your action and won't be interrupted with the enemy's action, and that is hyper armor. And the more poise you have, the more hyper armor. And also, if anybody question, poise is the last stat. Like okay, so there's on armor you got the negation side, which is the left side. You got the negations on the left side, and all the other stats on the right side. So uh the the bottom, when you see a lot of armor, usually there's one number that's significantly lower than the others. That is probably poise, unless you're like wearing a high poise armor. For example, like this is poise, the number. If you see on screen, on the left there is the negations, and on the right there is all the other stats of it. And there's immunity, there's like poise, there's other stuff. 我在录视频呢，是在 recording. Yes, I am Chinese. In case if any of my viewers know that, let me know. How much Chinese watch YouTubers? Like how much do you know use? How much do you actually know Chinese? Because I know that like YouTube is banned in China. You can't watch YouTube in China anymore. You can only watch Bilibili, which I do not use. Okay, so one trick every single time I play this game is the Knight's Cavalry cheese, a Dragon Barrel. This cheese, in case you guys know, you can climb up a branch. If you try to climb the same branch that you climbed up, and then he will fall. He will fall. Okay, I just died. I got it. Yes, and this Knight's Cavalry is really high level. Um, this Knight's Cavalry is really high level, so you can find him later in the game, or you can just like cheese him. Most people just cheese him because he gives a lot of rings because he's late game. So what we're shooting for is vigor, a lot of vigor, and not arcane yet because this is the maybe the early stage. We don't have the web blade yet. You need to defeat Radon, go to Nocron, go where you get mimicked here next to it, and then there will be the dark web blade. The dark web blade allows you to have blood and occult. I would recommend blood. Occult, like it just reduces all your boosting stats, like all your. Okay, so like occult is more of like only arcane. Like some weapons max level is like there's like E in strength, E in dex, but B in occult. No, B in arcane. But if you put on blood, it's like evenly distributed. Maybe some weapon has a lot of C's, like C in strength, C in dex, and like some C in like blood. And blood affinity also gives you bleeding, and that's really useful in PvP. Maybe as frostbite as well. Frostbite is also really useful, but that scales with intelligence and weapon level. But cold, if you want an early game option, maybe the cold is pretty good. Cold is literally just blood, but instead of bleed, instead of harmonish, it procs frostbite instead of bleed. So This how he cheats the nice cowboy. He just falls off. He literally just fall off. That's it. Now I'm gonna go to a location. I usually like to fight my first Great Rune boss. Maybe Radana or Renala. I do not recommend. I okay if you want Roger's rapier. Roger's rapier is he's an NPC. Roger's an NPC. If you want his thrusting sword, you can fight Godric. But first you have to kill Margit. I kill Margit really late in the game because there's like not a lot of talisman I usually use. But since there's a PvP run, maybe I'll go for early Margit. And Roger gives you like his weapon is +8, so his weapon's already really like high level. If you want a weapon, like usually in the early game, I don't know, like if you're level 40, you can try to invade with like a weapon is like around +6 or like some sort. +8 is like plus eight is like around level 50. If you want to invade in level 50, you can get +8 weapon. Usually there is some smithing like okay, so every single I won't be using uh I will not be using like regular if I won't be collecting smithing stones. I just like to have bell burns of the smithing stones because I usually don't use somber weapon. I realize they're too powerful and just do not want to use them anymore. So I'm officially not wanting to use. I'm officially not using somber weapons. Some of them could be really strong in PvP, but most of them are really just PvE weapons. And currently, I think yeah, the PvP meta currently is well, off stock is not bad. Off stock is the Clean Around Knight's thrusting sword and Guardian's tree spear. No, Guardian's sword spear, not tree spear. The tree guardians when you find around the 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 small earth trees, small little earth trees. I forgot what they're called. Where you can find some earth tree avatars. So relic Sorcia, boosts strength, dex, vigor, and endurance by 5. So this is the talisman here. Here it is. Equip it and get the hell out of here. So usually, okay, if you have a bleed weapon right now, you can try to kill Grail. Grail has a lot of HP. Here, I'll demonstrate. I'll put my weapon. So Grail has a lot of HP. You can just kill her like this. Like just keep killing her. Yeah, but like I'm doing like 100 damage. Her health bar is barely moving. So I do not recommend just like straight smacking her with your whatever weapons you have. Um, Usually because that would take like hours and hours early game. But if you want to kill her, she drops 50,000 runes. 50,000 runes, and there's a glitch about her that she respawns, but we're not using that. Now I'll just leave. I came here to get the deck this half. If you want to get the Altus Hotel, and I am there to get the Radiant Sorcery. And later on, we're gonna go find a blue weapon, and we're gonna kill Grey. But not right now. She's not mandatory. And one more thing, since we are near the fort, you can there's an area where you can just jump down, get to the Church of Plague, where you can find Millicent's. Millicent's prosthesis is not a bad weapon if you're trying to go for quick weapons that has consecutive hits, but it's maybe it's mid for the off stock music. The combo is called off stock. It's a halberd and maybe a thrusting sword. And since that place and from the Church of Play, you can just parkour down. It's really hard. You might fall to death. It's not really hard though once you master it, but you can parkour down to the area where there's a lot of carrion stuff going on. And you head to the grace of like the race that is like in the deep side, like the middle, like around Commander Nile. That's the go of that race. And there's a cleaner on night there with a thrusting sword. You can continuously farm her just to get the thrusting sword. And that thrusting sword is the highest damage thrusting, like non-somber thrusting sword. I'm not sure about the others, but it's a thrusting sword. And piercing damage is great, so why not? And another good weapon maybe I recommend using is like a lot of people like to use this. I like to use the Bloodhound's Fang, where you go to the like we just passed by a race, our last race, yeah. If you climb up that area, you will find an Everjail, and then containing the Bloodhound Knight. And after you kill the Bloodhound Knight, you can take his weapon. That's really good. And do not, okay, one thing I recommend, do not spam the Ash of War. Because the Ash of War, like in PvE, the Ash of War might seem good, but the Ash of War is actually really bad in PvP. It's very predictable and can be parried very easily. And if you, okay, so if you want multiple equipments, for example, you might want a dagger for like riposts once you parry them. Maybe you could go for a parry build, like you can have like 4 things in your hand. You can have like all of this, so you can have 4 things on screen, like all of this square. You can maybe put your main weapons on these 2 slot, or maybe you can use one weapon and like 2-hand. But I'm not going for that. You can 2-hand a weapon to increase its strength, increase your character's strength by 50%. 2-handed. So if it's higher, so if your weapon is higher scaling with strength, I recommend 2-handing. But right now, it's probably arcane. Right now, no, it's more like a quality build. Blood is like more of like a quality with extra arcane scaling. So blood is, I think, is the best, uh, the best affinity you can put on a weapon. Um, but if you're trying to go for some like PvP Ash of War, there is some PvP Ash of War that's really good. For example, like if you want to do a rusted anchor build with like the heavy rusted anchor, that's not bleed, but you do piercing damage. Yes, it's a rusted anchor is a great axe, but it does piercing damage. Um, if you plan to use that, you can maybe 2-hand it. You don't need another weapon to use it. And maybe Braggart's Roar is not bad on it. But there's many viable PvP builds. Like in PvP, there's a lot of options, but I usually just opt for the off-stock combo. Is and by the way, some people is like, what is off-stock? It's a combo, but it's just a combo between a thrusting sword and a halberd that has piercing damage. For example, like the tree guardian's sword spear, that is very long, and it does a lot of damage. So yeah, these dudes drop them. I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna see it and try if I can get one. Wait, let me parry him. I'm not parrying stuff in so long. It's really fun when you can parry him. Okay, never mind. I didn't learn to parry them. To be honest, I'm only good at parrying a few boss. Like I can do a few boss hitless with just parrying. Like my parrying percent can be like 100. I am most comfortable parrying Morgot, not Morgan, Morgot. Like the dude with the big old curved sword in like Langdell. Yeah, I'm really good at pairing Morgan, maybe some other things. I know one dude that I'm really good at pairing, and that is like all the knights, all the different knight variants. Langdell, Carrion, the Carrion Knights, like the Godric Knights, the Red Mains. And one thing is that I like to parry NPCs for a parry. And one more crucial thing that I forgot to say, how to this if you want parry practice, go here. Go like up the storm hill, and then you will find it, and then you go past where the troll will jump down. You go there, and instead of turning right when you go to Stormville Castle, you will turn left. There you find an Everjail that contains a Crucible Knight. Crucible Knights are really hard to parry if you start off, so I do not recommend. I recommend not trying to parry somebody, because like these medium shield parry, these regular parries aren't really great. Like medium shield parries, if you have a small shield, there's the category, you can see it on the top right of the selection, right there. So, oh yeah, I forgot. One more thing is that like when I point to a screen, I'm used to having my little bro in my room. So when I demonstrate to him, I can just point to the screen. But I think with the camera, you can't see my hand. You can see my hand trying to touch the screen, but it's not pointing towards something. So this is Weeping Peninsula. There's 3 churches with sacred tears in here, right here, and but we're heading to Castle Moor. That is where the good juice is. So in there, there is 2 weapons, really good for PvP. So the halberd, the Banished Knight halberd, that's really good, and the claymore. The claymore is a fan favorite weapon, always, because the claymore looks, it's like through all the Soul series. I've not played the other ones. I've watched my little bro play Sekiro. He's really good at it. Um he beat the game like multiple times. He does play Elden Ring, but he's played through like Elden Ring like 13 times only. Not as much as me. So basically, I usually don't go Castle Moor because I feel like there's not a good weapon in there. Like the claymore is fine, but usually I like to use like maybe some bad weapons just to have some fun. Because when you use overpowered weapons, you'll be sick of it. You just want to use something else. Okay, so this is not needed. I'm not using the claymore, but I'm gonna demonstrate. Where is it at? I'm gonna use it to kill the NPC. Yes, and if you want the Banished Knight Halberd +8, you have to kill the NPC. You can do his quest, but it's very boring. I don't like quests, except for Ronnie's. Ronnie's quest gives you the Diamond Greatsword. In my opinion, like in many other good players' opinion, like have you guys ever heard of Only Waifu? The YouTube channel? Uh, and also like Gina Machino, a formidable no-hit runner where he has like completed thousands and thousands of no-hit runs, which means not like through the entire playthrough never get hit once. So he has beat the no game run like more than 1,000 times. I've done 2 no-hit runs. I've beat the game 2 times no hit, but I'm not good enough to do it 1,000 times. Look, for example, damage is so often. I just got damage there. So in no hit runs, you must be extra careful and not use like other weapons. The easiest weapon to use is balls, iron balls or spike balls. They're very easy to obtain. One you can obtain laying down, one you can obtain just killing an NPC. Yeah, you have to kill another NPC. In this game, killing NPCs sometimes is really useful. All their quests are stupid and dumb anyways. Who cares about their quests? So, when you use the claymore, you can use whatever weapon you want to kill this dude. So here's an NPC. Here's an NPC. You don't need to speak to him. No, you just speak to him just to make sure. And just kill him. So he'll give you this talisman, and after finishing his dialogue, you can just kill him now. So here's the halberd that he's holding. That's a +8. So I don't know if it works on NPCs, but maybe he does extra damage to you. So with the claymore, the nice thing is that you spawn a lion's claw. This weapon has hyper armor, which this hyper armor is really nice. So here it is. This is the Banished Knight's halberd. He also drops a Ash of War. We won't be using that. So here's the Banished Knight halberd. It's really nice. It's a poking halberd. Well, the Vagabond starting class also has a poking halberd. There's two halberd types. There's a poking halberd, but the halberd that the Tree Sentinel dropped is a slashing halberd. So we'll be using this weapon on the left hand. Now let's head back to Kaylin and find what I said earlier about like the Scarlet Rot area, like the Aeonia Swamp, and kill and farm a knight until she drops. You can get her armor as well. Her armor is not bad. The armor is really nice. But mostly we're there to kill her for her weapon. So it's not Dragon Barrel anymore, it's Warren Kaelid. This is Kaelid. Not Dragon Barrel anymore. So here's Millicent, you can do her quest, but you know, you can't hurt her. So no killing NPC this time. You're lucky, stupid old Millicent. So here's the parkour I'm talking about. To jump on the edges, so make sure you do not fall to death. And there you go. You don't fall to death. If you just jump straight down, you die. So here's the area I'm talking about, where like there's the carrions. There's a golden sea here as well. If you like, you can get more flask. There's the carrion area. Just run past these dudes. Don't even fight them, because they have high scalings and you're really under level right now. It's like look, like I'm level 28 right now. So we'll be leveling up very quick soon. And one thing is that the remembrance, you don't need boss remembrance. In case you don't know, like if you're playing through the first time, you don't know what I'm talking about, is that you can use remembrance to get runes. Usually in your first playthrough, you think remembrance is just a token to get like the boss's stuff, but no, it's not. It's, you can, just like golden runes. Okay, so let me demonstrate. So pretend if there is a remembrance in your pocket right now, you can press like interact with it, and then press use, and all you're seeing right now, like all the text you might not know. This is all in Chinese, by the way. It's all in Chinese. Cause I don't know how to change language. So these are all Chinese, and maybe you don't know them. And one more thing, here I'm gonna speak Chinese right now. You guys don't need to hear this, but like if you do know how to speak Chinese, let me know. 所有能懂华文的那些关关注者还是什么，就是观看者，如果你们懂的话，那好啊，你们可以看这些字幕来决定这是什么。 其实我当一个中国人，我的华文其实不怎么好。所以我现在是13岁，我在初一呢。嗯，OK，然后我在4年级的时候，我在小学4年级的时候就对华语，就对英文很有兴趣，所以我一直在学英文，而我华文特别差，呃，所以大部分的时候都说英文的。So back to the point, after talking about that, English viewers, if you don't know, just let it go. Don't care about it. Don't worry about it. You are perfectly fine. I did not say anything about you guys. Um, so this process, so you can, yeah, she drops her armor. You can continue to kill her to get all her armor. So this is the knight I'm talking about. This is the knight, and you can kill. She is very early game, and with the halberd you got, it's really good. So she does not do. Look at it. She got a buff. So that is the winged sword insignia. What? I'm so confused. I didn't knew about that. She drops Saint Trina's lilies. I didn't knew that. Is that common? Cause I did not take the wrong thing, right? That was her. I looted her. So also if you're interested, the thing that she's throwing like those light things with, that is a scythe. You can also try to farm for a scythe, but for PvP it's not really good. It's usually for PvE. So I think we'll end this series. I'll show you where to get the Bellbearing 1 after getting the combo, and then I'll end this video. Yes, it's my first time. This is my first time making video. I've got many recordings, and if you so I don't even have a channel yet. I don't even know how to create it. But if this goes on YouTube, you're all watching it now. Me monologuing because I've never filmed a video before, and it just feels like I'm talking to no one. It feels like I'm talking to so much people. So, one more like thing that is like, I will make multiple channels because I'm not mainly focused on Elden Ring. So so most of you guys know Nintendo Switch. Like, if you know Nintendo Switch, that's great. It's a kids video game thing. It's not the PlayStation. I don't use PlayStation or Xbox. So if you think I should play those games, I don't know, you might be disappointed, but I'm not gonna. So I mainly focus on. So here's the few games that I play. I play on uh on Switch. I play Splatoon 3. I'm like almost competitive at that game. So all you Splatoon 3 players there, you might know what is X rank. So all you other viewers, maybe you do not know, but no need to worry. This is just to all the Splatoon 3 viewers. You guys know what's X rank, right? So if you know what's X rank, you will probably like, you can reach X rank by reaching S plus. Then you get a new rank mode that is X rank. I have gotten like 2,000 like 300 power on X rank, so I'm top 50,000 in the world, and there's 11.4 million downloads. The last time I googled it, maybe it has grown because of the new coming DLC. No, not new coming DLC. The DLC that has already launched, Cyber. And that's it about Splatoon 3. I'm just really good at the game. I'm hyped for Switch 2 when Splatoon 4 drops, because I've never played Splatoon 1 before. I'm not an OG of Splatoon 1, but I've played Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 3. I have like 700 hours like Splatoon 3 or something. And I feel like I can like, if you I'm not competitive at it, but if you want to like, if you throw me in a tournament, I can probably do as great as some of the best pro players. And okay, so this is another feature. Okay, so you guys don't know about this. All the Splatoon 3 dudes, all my Splatoon 3 viewers. There's two divisions. So you got the Takaroka division, and there's the Tenatech division. I usually choose I choose the Takaroka, where it's like more competitive there. So if you choose the like, not to feel bad about you guys here, but like tackle the Tenatech division sucks. The Tenatech division player sucks. Okay. So here we got the Clear on Ice. We got like Clear on Ice thrusting sword. So this is the off stock combo I was talking about. Anyway, back to Splatoon 3. So there's the yeah. So I'm done. You know what? I'm done talking about Splatoon 3 anymore. So to the next game I might play in the future. No, not in the future. I play right now. So wait, Storm Stomp. Storm Stomp. You don't put it on this yet. See ya. Hold on. Be right back. Be right back, and we'll talk about the game that I play. I'm back. For those wondering, I just went to get my water and eat some oranges. So what was that again? Yeah. So for somebody, it's because like Fortnite is much bigger than the game that's talking about. It is Splatoon 3. Fortnite is much bigger, so there's like more player base. You guys, um, um, like so in Fortnite, I'm not really competitive. So if you're talking about my background, I started playing in Fortnite and since like chapter 3, so I'm completely not OG. I'm the opposite of an OG. I started in chapter 3, where I wasn't really competitive at the time. Like right now it's chapter 6, season 2. I've been updated on the Fortnite, and last season I reached my peak. I reached champion rank, but I wouldn't say I'm competitive at it. Like like almost everyone is unreal now. So so being champion isn't even like that uh, rare now. Also being a lead is not even that rare. Like same with the others. Right now the low ranks just stay low ranks. The high ranks always improve. And I do not play tournaments. I do not play tournaments, and that's about. And also Mario Kart. Um, I am very good at Mario Kart. Like all you dudes that you watch Mario Kart, women, you're welcome as well. Um, Like I'm like I say I'm around like okay, so I'm around like 13,000 VR. I'm around 13,000. VR is in Mario Kart. Cause I play online. I play online, not regional. I play worldwide, cause then it's more common to find people in your skill. If you go regional, like if you go regional, you can find like 999,999. Like 99,999. I meant that. But like, so I always play worldwide, and about 13,000 VR. Um, so that's the online system. I usually play with my little bro or my friends. Oh well, I don't have any friends, so tears. But I usually play Mario Kart like not very often offline. I've completed all the 50cc, 100cc, and 150 and mirror mode. All I finished all the cups with 3 stars. I've not done. I'm like on 200cc. I have like only a few left. I have only a few. I have a few cups left that I haven't finished. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you don't want level of faith, cause Golden Vow, the incantation needs 25 faith, but the Ash of War is the Ash of War version of the Golden Vow. It's a bit worse. It lasts a bit less, and also it costs I think it costs less FP to cast, but it just lasts long. It just lasts shorter, and the effect is also not as effective. So I don't really recommend that. And yeah, that's about it. I just play these 3 games. There's some like other chill games. Okay, so one time, okay, so there's a game of the year. If you guys know about it, Elden Ring is also game of the year, but game of the year, Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I play that. I have like 1,300 hours in Breath of the Wild. 1,300, so 1,300 hours in Breath of the Wild. I have about 1,200. Like right now, the last time I checked, which was yesterday, I had 2,000. No, I had 1,271.4 hours on Elden Ring, and on Fortnite, I probably have like a couple hundred, like around 500 hours. 500 hours. And Splatoon 3 about like 700. And Mario Kart about like 300. Or, no. No, Mario Kart's about like as well as 500. Mario Kart also around 500. So I have a few games. And I've started playing games like when I'm really young. My first game was Super Mario Odyssey. Well, if all you know about it as well, Super Mario Odyssey. Um, I have like currently I have like 200 hours in that game. Not really much. I know a few tips and tricks, but not really. Um, and okay, so one more thing is that like Kirby games are really famous through Nintendo. Yeah, this is not personal or like it's on your opinion, but in my opinion, Kirby games sucks. I don't like Kirby games. They're usually so boring, cartoony, and like not realistic. Well, same with like all the other Nintendo games. Nintendo's built for children's, but you can also play it. Well, I'm considered children. Maybe not. I can't. I don't have any Children's Day left. Last year was my last Children's Day. I'm now a teenager, and I have way more homework and like responsibility. Right now it's the holidays. The holidays, and we have to. Okay, so I live in Malaysia. If any of you know that, it's not a famous country. So, it's just is like right here. We don't have the 4 seasons. We only have summer. We don't have the 4 seasons, and our holidays are not like okay. So there's no There's no summer break and winter break, but we have our holidays set like separate, like not like one long break like summer holiday. not like one long break on like winter whenever there's like Christmas. Not like that. We just like it's really separated. So right now it's like 1 week of holiday. Right now it's currently 1 week. So last Saturday we started the holiday, and then right now today is the last day of holiday. To the last day of holiday, and and I'm really happy to go back to school. Actually, so to in my school, my studies, like I like you think I've been playing games. Oh, so my studies not bad. No, actually, so in Malaysia, there's one school. Like I think like none. Okay, so this is my like first video, so I don't think I'm that. It's like I don't think much people is gonna watch it. So, any of you know? Just middle school. In like middle school, there's different classes. I'm in top three. I'm in the third class. There's like 24 class in my middle school. It's called Chonghua. Chonghua. Chinese is 中华读中, and I'm in like the third. I'm in the third class. There's like 24 classes. I'm in the third class. I am I'm the 1,000. I'm no. I'm 170th place out of like 1,500. No, out of 2,000 students. Only 1,300 got in, and there's like the rest of like the 600 something. They did not succeed to get in the middle school. So I ranked 170 out of the 2,000. So I would say I'm pretty good on my education. That's why I have multiple times to. That's why I have time to play a game. I've already finished. Like I finished. Okay, so I have like a habit that's like I don't finish my homework all in the first day of holiday. I like do them separately on different days. Like I don't do them all in one day. I think I always play. I can always play my game if I do that. And and if you ask me like why am I like how do I still now need to wear glasses? How like I've like so much hours in gaming. I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know. I'm Asian. Maybe my eyes are just too small. Maybe because I'm Asian, my eyes are too small. So so we're about to so we're about to get the bell bearing. So what do we want? So after I've literally not commentated on the gameplay. I do that. I usually just do that on because it does always my route. So you can just follow my gameplay. You don't need to talk about these things. You don't need to hear the things that I talk about. Um, yeah. So that's it. So we're going to get the academy gate key. The gate key to open the gate, and we're just gonna get the bell bearing. I'll show you where the bell bearing is. It's in the cave. You have to defeat a crystal. We'll continue this someday, I guess. And for any of you curious, like, okay, so we're talking about life things, so, if any of you curious, what if I just want to use one weapon, because, like, this is too heavy, I want better armor on me right now, like, you can equip multiple weapons, but if you want one weapon, I recommend, like, a few different things, like the Rusted Anchor, the Bloodhound's Fang, maybe a Katana, maybe like okay, maybe like Uchi Katana or the Nagakiba, or if you or you can choose the meta right now. If you guys don't know what's the meta, it's short for meta game, which means the best strategy to in a category, the best strategy to do something. If you want to use the meta, like not follow what I'm doing right now, off stock. This is the like I would put this at like the fourth best PvP setup is off stock. So um uh and if you want to two hand, like if you're using one weapon, Two-handed. You hold whatever button you hold this button. I'm using a Procon from Nintendo Switch, so I press Y, and you press the weapon that you want to two-hand. For example, if I want to two-hand the halberd, I press R. If I want to two-hand the thrusting sword, I press L. So you can two-hand it, and that will increase the strength scaling, and it will also like there's also a talisman in the DLC. Well, the DLC is like a hundred like dollars. I think American dollars, because when I purchased that, does not look like American ringgit when it showed up. So 100, so it's like $190 or something for the DLC. So my dad brought it for me. So I know, I beat the DLC like only one time. I've only beat the DLC one time because I'm not really interested in the DLC. I played it. It was not bad, and I know that online, if you guys heard of it, that like Malenia is the hardest Elden Ring boss. If you wonder, maybe many Elden Ring fans know this, um, but I've heard that Malenia is no longer the hardest Elden Ring boss. It's Radahn Concert of Nicola. Uh, but I don't see the point because some people they try so many times and they try so much other stuff, it just doesn't work. They try summoning NPCs, it doesn't work. But for some reason, I don't feel like that's hard at all. I first tried him, so I don't know what people are talking about that he's harder than Malenia. Malenia took me like, I don't know, like about 20 tries, and I beat her, Malenia. And yeah, I'll say it's alright. On the boss, for some reason I have not played Souls game, but like I'm like a natural. I like these Souls games because at my first playthrough, like Malekith. I think other people also say it's about like it's also one of the hard bosses, Malekith. Or I second tried him on my first playthrough, so maybe I'm a natural at Souls games. And always, everybody through this game's history, everybody has been dying to the Tree Sentinel at the start, the one that I just beat. The Tree Sentinel is like for the first boss, it's like really hard. They don't know what to do and they just die a bunch of times. I like 30th try that because that's like I've never played a Souls game ever before, so I don't know how to dodge. I was blindly watching my dad play. My little bro was not interested in in Souls games, and he only played Elden Ring because he watched my dad play, and me also play Elden Ring because we watch our dad play, and it's like really fun. So we decided to play on it. Decided to play it. If actually somebody sees this, if somehow actually somebody sees this video, please support me. This is my dream job right now. So, cause like, okay, so if I'm planning to like do college, maybe I'll go for the doctor title, or maybe like at least master, and like I'll finish all my education, like keep making videos in between. So that's what my plan right now. I really like being a YouTuber. I think it's fun. I don't know how to make money off of it. Maybe I think the last time I checked, it's like you need to get a lot of subscribers. You need to be famous. You need videos to get likes. You need videos to get views. So you can have a sponsor. So like sponsors will find you and like give you opportunity and give you like money to promote their product, just like other games. Like all those ads on YouTube, those are sponsors on the video. And like you can like on stream donating, I can also make money out of you, the viewers, donating money to me, but don't. All you need to do is, I don't know, please subscribe and like, I don't know, like the video. So here's the Crystallion. So she's dead. Look, the bell rang 1. Now after that, you only have 6,000 runes, so you're going to kill this Knight's Cavalry here. You're going to kill this Knight's Cavalry, and he will drop you the runes needed. If you don't think you're confident enough to fight him, you can maybe fight something else. I would recommend. Okay, so the early game farm is like right here, where you roll the balls down, and then you get like 2,000 runes each time. But I hate farming runes. And one more thing that, like in game, there's like a lot of cheese, right? So there's like a lot of cheesing mechanics. There's like, for example, I've heard about cheesing concert down. I mean, like, why? One more thing is that you will see me and maybe not do a lot of cheeses. The only thing that I cheese is Knight's Cavalry, because I feel like I am a special person. Like, I am special. I am so bad at cheesing a boss. Every single time I try to break the game's mechanics, I always fail and die. So instead of cheesing a boss, I feel like, why not just fight the boss? Cheesing is gonna take longer than fighting it. So I'm very bad at doing it the easy ways. Like, I can easily pull off the hard way. So why not just do it the hard way? If you can easily pull off the hard way, it's easy. And if you can't pull off the easy way, that means it's still hard. So I don't like the cheese boss. I just like to fight them on straight on. So here's Knight's Cavalry. He's dead now. He will drop you a good weapon as well, but this not a poking halberd. This is a slashing halberd. The Knight Rider's Glaive. The Knight Rider's Glaive. That's not a bad weapon. If you put it to heavy affinity and level up to max, you will have an S scaling halberd. That's a wonderful weapon if you're trying to go for like flaming strike build. And one more thing is that PvP, I only recommend Storm Stomp. This, like, the starting item that you get, because this can break any poise. Like, no matter how much poise you have, you can't tank through this. No matter how much hyper armor do you have, you can't tank through that. So I really like the Ash of War. It could stun for a while, so you can true combo with like your pierce. You could like do this, they'll be stunned, and you can like hit them multiple times. That's why I like all the Ash of War. Okay, so we'll upgrade our Clean Rod Knight's thrusting sword to +6, and we'll be done with this vid. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my commentary. I don't know if I think I have an accent. Like, I don't know. I sometimes stutter, but most times not. I'm just really excited to make my first video. And like, okay, so my nickname. You guys can call me Sean. My channel name will be Wisdom though, and my nickname at school. My current nickname. No, my nickname at primary school, because I'm in middle school now. My nickname at primary school is Autistic Giraffe, but it doesn't make sense because I feel like I'm not autistic at all. Like, I am really not shy to like make videos, because I like crowded places. I like a lot of people, and maybe like when I'm like alone, I'll be like a little afraid. Like, what if somebody just sneaks out, like jump attack me, and I just have no choices left? But so that's literally everything about me. I introduce myself. I show you how to get like a few good weapons. So I leveled this to +9 because I got three spinning stones on the way. So that'll be it. Bye guys. Turn off OBS Studio. You people can still see me right now and hear me, but I use OBS Studio to stream. No, not stream. I make videos. I don't like streaming. Live streaming is maybe like, um, maybe I'm a bit shy to do no, I don't think I'm really shy to do a live stream. It's just I don't think I've got what it takes to do live streaming right now. So I'm opting for just making videos. Um, and I'll close OBS. So bye.